Hello, it's very noisy outside. Coming to you, it's 10 o'clock. Um, Again, my struggles to get off this crazy sleep schedule, where I'm up all night and sleep during the day it's a struggle. It's an ongoing struggle, but I'm doing it. I wanted to make a video talking about my case for basic income, and I'm hearing a lot of talk about jobs programs and things like that. And here's my issue. Few things with why I think we need a basic income. Even if you want to just say basic income for those who are poor, just to give them a floor to be able to function. One of the problems with jobs is that jobs have become places where they give you self-esteem, and places where people go just to get checks to be able to pay their bills. Both of these things are a problem. Your esteem should never come from your job. Your esteem should come from your family, your friends, your clan, your community, whatever the case is. How well you do in those spaces is where your esteem should be built. How much you contribute to those spaces should be how your esteem is built. That would be natural. This whole idea about you have to give people jobs because it makes them feel better is insane. The more people, and we know this is true because 2020 during the lockdown, we had clean air, our water was being cleaned up, um, clean air, water, soil, everything was being cleaned up. Here in New York City, where we're known for our rats, the rat population was declining, right? There's no junk, no garbage, no food for them to eat. The only people in New York City that were out were the homeless. So sending people to a place to make them do a task, just to make them feel better, to destroy the environment, doesn't make sense. Another thing is, a lot of jobs do not provide the space for people to solve any problems, which is really why you should be working, solving some kind of problem. It kills potential, right? It kills ability. There are a lot of us who have abilities who, because we didn't get the proper support systemically, and including out from our families and friends and neighbors and whatever, we just go and get a job. So, well, we got to eat, got to feed ourselves. It's all understandable in that context. But what are we missing when those people who could be scientists, right? Who could be biologists, who could be virologists? What are we missing when a virologist is sitting in an office? See, we don't know because it's so many people misplaced in the workplace. Very few people are doing the work that they should be doing, that their talents are driving them to. It's always, I knew somebody, or I took these courses, or this job was open, right place, right time. And that should never be the way you organize work, right? Plus, um, a basic income would give you the floor so that you could actually do whatever your talent drives you to do. You won't have to worry about rent, you won't have to worry about food, and so on and so forth. Now, what you might have to do is, because people keep saying, yeah, but the UBI, the landlord's going to take it. Not necessarily. You might have to have a law that says you can no longer write off losses if you're a landlord from vacant apartments. You can only write off losses of maintenance and things like that, right? Meaning, listen, if you want money for this apartment, if you're gonna have to rent it, and then it'll force landlords to take whatever people can give them, and then you'll do like what they did when I was a child. Landlords were looking for the best tenant, right? Now, if you got money to pay, or you can show the paperwork that you got the money to pay, they're like, yeah, You come in and you don't know how that tenant's going to be. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't even know if they're going to even pay you the rent every month. They could pay 2, 3 months of rent and then stop. Now you in proceedings to get them out. So again, I think a basic income would solve a lot of these problems, and it would get people off of the street. It would force people to manage their own affairs. It would stabilize families. At least the black community would stabilize families to a degree because black men would now have a stable income, no matter what. And we can then use our talents to make a contribution because the world has a lot of problems in these. This society has a lot of problems that's destroying everything around us. And I know a lot of people who have answers, and none of them are in a position to actually do anything about it because of the way we organize work. So that's my case for basic income, right? And we can discuss more about it and go into detail if you want. So comment, tell me what you think. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm right. Tell me where we can, how we can make it real. But if you comment, make sure that it's where we can. I'm talking about how to implement policy on the ground. I'm not talking in the clouds. I'm talking about how to implement it on the ground and why it will work on the ground. Take care of yourselves. Try to stay safe and try to stay sane.